The thing I remember most about Glenn, number one, was he was always smiling. He had such a great attitude for the organization and was such a great ambassador of the event. I know he always had his grandma's marathon gear here. In fact, I can never picture him without him wearing something with grandma's marathon on it and without a smile on his face. He would walk around the office to every staff member and ask how they were doing, what they were working on, how things were gearing up for the big event. And he just had a completely different approach with the staff. I felt like every time he would come into the office for the important business that needed to be done. So I think that curiosity and that attitude had benefits beyond what we could ever measure for Grandma's Marathon. Logistically, as far as what he did for the event, I know the hospitality that he provided to the elite athletes through the water bottles on the race course was a big part of the operation and something I would never want to do, because back then we did it for all 15 aid stations. In fact, since Glenn and Peg have stopped doing that, we've really cut back on that and made it logistically a lot easier to do that process. I'm really glad that he'll be in the record books for our history in that way, and now as one of the newest inductees into our Grandma's Marathon Hall of Fame.
Some of my earliest memories with him include cheering him on running and knowing just what Grandma's Marathon is. So that I associate Duluth with Grandma's Marathon. I believe he is an ambassador for Duluth with that by wearing, as you mentioned, his grandma's gear everywhere, wherever he went, whether that was visiting grandkids, out of state or going to Hawaii. He was always decked out in grandma's gear and eager to tell anyone about Grandma's Marathon and recruit them to run the race. My memories of Duluth, I know the finish line of Grandma's Marathon because of him. And going with him to do the water bottles that he so much loved to do at the end when he stopped racing. So I can remember walking through my grandparents' house and seeing his medals proudly displayed from Grandma's Marathon, and also the pictures as he ran a lot, and some of the news articles on him for that. So he definitely was a dedicated person. He had a ton of pride for Grandma's and Duluth, both in general.
It was really great when he got on the board of directors, because it was such a important thing to him since the 70s. He didn't do the first one, I know, but he did drive the course, picking up stragglers. And since then, and then he started to do them all through the 70s and 80s and into the 90s. And it was great when he finally got on the board of directors. But it really got our whole family into it. He was a tremendous ambassador for the race all through the years.